any good rent cap regime has to have with it that building of homes and making sure there's enough homes for everyone to live in.
And we know that the affordable housing budget was cut in the recent budget announcement from the Scottish Government. So how much of a worry is that for you, that actually demand might outstrip supply here and we will see rents rising even further?
It's a huge worry, and that cut was a big mistake, we think. The homelessness is set to rise by a third in Scotland over the next 2 years. There's over 1 million in poverty already. 1 in 4 of them are children. These things need to have the level of priority and focus that they demand. The human suffering is huge, but also the financial cost of not dealing with this is also huge. The number of people living in temporary accommodation is costing a huge amount. And that's something that could be relieved just by making sure that people can stay in their private rented homes. So making sure you've got rent caps, making sure you're building enough homes, again, is just absolutely vital.
The Scottish Government has been consulting on this. It published its formal proposals for the legislation yesterday, but that was only 9 days after its consultation on the issue. Do you think that was enough time to look at the findings of the consultation, to take them into account?
Whether it was enough time or not, the fact is that they haven't come up with a system that is simple for tenants to understand, that gives long-term stability to what tenants can expect, but also to what landlords can expect. And they haven't come up with a system that will stop prices of rent outpacing wages. So however long they take, whether it takes 5 minutes or 5 months, they just haven't come up with the right answer yet. So I think they should look at it again.
Well, I suppose the question is whether they listen. Did you take part in the consultation? Were you able to say these things to the government ahead of the publication? We
did, yes, and we did that on behalf of our supporters across Scotland, who are very passionate about making sure that they can have access to their rights, making sure that they understand what's going on, but also more than their passion for that, they're scared about what's happening with the cost of living crisis and about their ability to avoid homelessness, to protect their families and stay in their homes.
So the government didn't take on board what you were saying. Did they engage with you?
We submitted the consultation. We didn't have any meetings with the government, though.